That would be the thing that he was
Well,
allergic to.
Yeah.
Yeah, hope it's working. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Meh.
Good enough.
We are half live. We're live on Katie's. Oh, it went offline?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, you're offline.
It's like
And it's back up.
lagging. Oh well, I'll fix it.
Yeah, it's back, it's back.
Okay.
So, I was having issues watching your stream, Falcon, a few hours ago.
Yeah, I saw that you posted that.
It was like 4 seconds of stream, then stops, and buffers and buffers and buffers. Then
Yeah.
4 seconds, and then stops. I had an issue a few times with Katie too, but I've never had that issue with... Yeah, I've never had that issue with Google, for example.
Sometimes that happens on.
Okay.
Internet, man.
It's because I don't stream in 1080p anymore.
Also that. What do you do, 960?
Something like that. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's like I read it on a guide somewhere.
813.
I did too.
I stream in 813.
It's 1664 by 936 is like the perfect resolution for Twitch.
Oh,
There you go.
I'll have to check that out.
okay. The stream is up. Are we?
All right, can we do a quick mic check really quick before I hit recording? Franco.
Check, check. Check, check.
Actually, I'm gonna have each one of you say the word creamy.
Creamy.
Okay, go Zera. Can I get a creamy?
Creamy.
Need to bring your cream up. Wow, you're 200%.
I don't know. It changes all the time for you, man. Like, I don't do anything different.
That's bizarre.
I don't know.
I got you at 200%. I mean, is he loud for you guys or is he just
He's fine
More
for
fine.
us.
He's adequate.
okay?
I'm
Caleb,
average.
can I get a creamy?
Creamy.
Oh yeah, Marstone creamy.
Creamy.
This is the special extra content you get by watching the show live. All right. We're just about ready. Almost there.
Don't cream me.
Hello.
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 Ooh, boy.
Hello.
Hello. That feels like a good warm-up.
Yeah.
Like a good vocal warm-up for your range. You go super high and bring it down to the bass.
Give me one. It, like Discord can't even handle it. It just goes away. There you go. Let's fry all our vocal cords before we have to voice act.
Judge.
Okay. I'm just going to quickly.
The latest model of Warforged. Have to talk like this.
Could you imagine, dude? I would be dead like half
God.
a second. man.
Throat chopping it for 3 hours.
3 hours.
Like my head falls off to the side. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work.
What is a name?
Name.
That's good.
Why are names so important?
I jump into the stream.
What's a name?
I touch the black goo.
You. Back in Warforged.
I am not going back in the wall.
You'll see my armor open up from my hands as I cast beams and go, ah!
You paint this really fucking cool
It's
picture.
happening.
Oh my god.
I'm really glad of those.
Here
sentences
comes the
are
machine
speaking.
gun.
And I cast machine gun upon you.
The Warforged monk?
Oh my
Oh.
god, dude, that would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Gosh.
Fist of Fury! I've been playing that new Pokemon game, Pokemon Unite.
Pokemon League of Legends?
Yeah, it's actually pretty
Nice.
fun.
Pokemon League of Legends? Ooh.
It's free for the Switch.
The Switch? We ain't got imports for that here.
The Switcho.
Let me see how much.
Hey,
El Switcho?
El
I'm pretty
Switcho.
sure they don't call it El Switcho.
Nope.
hey, that's a nice game system you got there. Thanks, it's an import.
How much is the Switch?
It's like $2.99 or something.
Yeah,
Y'all got
300,
the. Y'all got. Where are you at, Franco?
It's a month of rent.
Argentina.
Argentina.
355.
Y'all got the Swatch down there. It's like the bootleg version.
Those we have, yeah.
It's like $12.
You know the Sega Swatch?
Can you play Pokemon on your watch?
The Nintendo Swatch.
Nintendo. Oh my god, Nintendo.
I can get it.
What is that scene from Malibu's Most Wanted where he's like, hey man, you play on Xbox
Oh, yeah.
or PlayStation? He's like, I'm on a game station.
Yeah, Game Station.
Like,
What do you mean?
what
There's
is that?
PlayStation and there's GameCube. Man, I said I got Game Station, man. Can't afford all that stuff.
I wash my clothes with some bleach.
All right, who's ready for D&D?
Yeah.
I'm ready for
guess-
D&D.
I
Pre-D&D.
guess.
Let's
Creamy.
freaking do it. Hello, everyone on the live stream. Welcome. Hey, that's the time to do it. Let's fucking go. Dude, 3 years.
Fuck.
3-year anniversary.
3-year anniversary.
Would you get
Should I give you inspiration for that? Give you inspiration at 4 years. How's that sound? All right. Welcome everybody to the D&D live stream every Friday. About a half an hour ago, usually, is when we play. We are now on episode 5. All of the recaps, all of the full episodes for this are gonna be over on the Mighty Dungeon on YouTube. We have one less player today, but we have one more awesome adventure. Let's go around the horn and talk to, first and foremost, let's go right down the Discord line. Franco, say hello.
Hello. How are you doing, everybody?
Hi. And then Gozera, hello.
Hello, what's up, chat? What's up, everyone? Hi.
Caleb.
Hey, brothers.
And Mr. Marstone, aka Falcon Frags, aka. Oh, I really want to say your real name there, but I won't talk to you. I really want to say your real name there.
Let's go around the horn. He says, hey, how you doing? I'm Marstone. I'll be your guide through terrain today.
Awesome. Little accent twist on Marstone from here on out.
Okay, all aboard.
Little
hear it.
Canadian
Wish I heard the
from up,
horn.
I'm from up north. All right. So today, does anybody have anything that they want to shout out or say? Nope.
No.
Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. Let's get it. We left off at a pretty pivotal point in the story where the group is going to have to choose their future. So, do a little recap. Before we get started here, let's recap the story. The last time that we left off was indeed in the wake of the storm that was quelled by the device that was planted by Channara, which pushed the wall of mist back a football field's length revealing white, chalky, charred earth. Also pushing back the threat of the enormous gaping maw in the wall of the mist that was spitting forth these gaseous elementals that were attacking everyone in the fort. After all had been said and done, the players were given stones. Sending stones that were sending messages back to their respective countries to touch base after they had been reported to be missing or dead. After reaching out, they rested with the remaining survivors of the fort. And with a little bit of rest and a little bit of time on their hands before any reinforcements were going to come and no danger seemingly in front of them, they spent the afternoon training some of the troops who wished to be stronger in the face of battle, in the face of the unknown. Marstone took up the challenge and faced 2 of these soldiers in combat. Non-lethal combat, but smacking of wooden swords against bodies did happen for a good, I don't know, 15 or 20 seconds of real-life time, which actually was quite quick. Made quick work of the 2 soldiers and showed them a few techniques along the way, thus granting Marstone the first level 4 level up in the party. As they stopped training in the late afternoon to head back into the fort, they observed in the distance, far to the south, someone dressed in silver flame armor, riding what seemed to be a horse not native to Thrain. And this is where we'll pick up on this episode of the Mighty Dungeon. Roll the intro! The world of Eberron and the catastrophic magical nuke that set off the Mourning, a towering 1,000-foot-tall wall of thick mist that erupted and consumed 1/4 of the entire continent. Every single D&D sourcebook alludes to maybe what caused it, but there's no official answer. So that's why every Friday, 5 p.m. PST, twitch.tv/Kugo the Mighty, we're gonna find out together. I'm sorry, was that immersion breaking? Should we go back to the thing? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Arithon Keep. You find yourselves in the training grounds just south of the keep. Marstone and Clay both staring off into the distance south together. As Clay turns back to the soldiers and said, "All right, you guys took a beating. Let's get you back into the fort. Thanks again, Marstone. Appreciate it."
Truly, it was my pleasure.
And he starts to escort the somewhat healed up soldier, which I believe was James and Rith, the half-elf, who took quite a beating, and they walk away. As they walk away, James kind of looks back at you, Marstone. Gives you a little nod. Sign of approval, sign of thanks, and then they continue on to the inside of the keep. The next thing that happens is Zyxx turns to you, Darrow, and he tugs at your cloak a little bit. And he says, "Hey, that was some good training, huh?"
I look around and then I see him. Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
awesome.
always down here every time. Every single time we're together, I'm always down here. Hey, come here for a sec. And he kind of pulls you off to the side a little bit. You go with him?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, okay. And he leans into you and he says, "Hey, listen, big guy, bud. I gotta do a thing. It's kind of like there's a thing for me. But I'll meet back up with you guys, okay?
You're leaving?
Yeah, just for a little bit. I'm not going far. It's just like it's He looks down. You see his bugs are kind of like running all over the inside of his armor, his chest armor, and all of his clothing underneath there. You see the bugs kind of like marching along around his neck, and he says, "Yeah, it's kind of like a bug thing. But here," and he reaches down near his chest, and he pinches and plucks a very, very tiny beetle, like not even the size of a fingernail, and he hands it out to you. He says, Just hang on to this little guy right here. Just be careful with him. He's my favorite one." And he hands out this little tiny little beetle who, like, if you squint your eyes, you could see it's kicking its little legs in the air. It's like a tiny little mite.
I take it. I'm just like looking at it.
Yeah, just put it on your body. It'll crawl on you a little bit, but don't worry, it's fine. It'll help me find you later.
All right. I let him crawl on my shoulder.
Okay, bye. He turns
Bye.
around and
Love
literally, hold on, let's see what he... Okay, all right. Does anybody have... What's everybody's passive perception?
Passive 13.
12.
12.
Okay. Yeah, Zyxx vanishes. What do you guys want to do from here?
I'm going to head back over to the rest of the group and just let them know that Zyxx has got a thing he's got to take care of.
A thing?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of bugs all over him, and then he handed me a beetle and said to keep it, and so it's crawling around in my hair somewhere. But yeah, he said he'd be back as soon as he could.
Well, if he has to go, he has to go.
Just going to continue staring off in the direction of the rider and the horse.
Mm-hmm. You see that it's, he's packed up, or he or she. That's, hard to tell from this far away, but it's certainly somebody in armor. And they have packed up, gotten onto the horse, and they have started to travel north.
So they are
Towards
to our
us?
south.
Correct. They are headed basically the main road, like the pedestrian road that travels along, the north-south axis. They look to be at sort of like the crossroads. South, oh man, compasses really drive me nuts. Southwest of you.
Okay.
And they appear to be heading north.
Well, now that that's over, I suppose we should be on our way.
I appreciate everyone accompanying me.
It's no trouble. I'm sure we have common purpose to the north anyway.
Well, I guess, Aerodesk it is.
That'll be a nice place to stop. Shall we start?
Let's go.
I look at the Warforged.
I have never been to the north, but then again, I have never been anywhere.
The great big continent. Much to learn, much to explore. I think you'll
Yes.
enjoy your journey.
I agree, and I will follow you, Marstone.
Well, and I'm gonna kind of cinch the backpack straps down a little bit on my pack, check and make sure that all my gear's there. And when I reach down to check the straps on my left hip, I notice that one of the hatchets is gone. I kind of curse under my breath for a second. We'll have to find the supplies somewhere along the road, or perhaps in Araldusk. I believe I'm running out of tobacco too, and I kind of thumb through the little leaf-like pouch that I've got.
I'm sure we can get provisions there.
And I really gotta find somebody to take a look at my stick.
Are you holding the stick? Or is it like put away?
I'm just like looking at it.
I'm gonna.
trying to-
Can I look it over?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he hands you the stick.
I'm going to observe it.
Sure.
What do I know?
Whatever you would like. Would you like to roll a nature check? Are you looking for something? What are you looking for in this stick?
What I'm looking for is anything that sets this apart from the normal dead branch of a tree that I think it is.
Okay.
So, physical characteristics probably. I have no sense of magic.
Go ahead and do a nature check.
Okay.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna peek over his shoulder, and my right eye, the monocle is gonna flare up in blue, and I'm gonna send like a laser that's gonna scan this stick, and I'm gonna cast Scan Magic on the stick.
I rolled an 8, and when the laser shoots over my shoulder, I'm gonna kind of jump a little bit, but hold it like more away from me so that he can see it better.
Okay. So you do see this sort of LED beam shoot from his eye.
Mm-hmm.
What's your reaction to that?
A little bit shocked. I've never seen a Warforged operate like that, but mostly intrigue.
Okay,
And I
so
go,
you just kind of... Okay.
It's not firewood, because I think he's trying to set it on fire.
But I think that's going to draw my attention away from the stick, and we'll that's why it's an 8 there. And I'm going to look and observe the Warforged and see what he's doing.
Alrighty. So you are casting your version of...
Detect Magic.
Mm-hmm. Gonna go ahead and just look over really quick what information that I can give you here.
So I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. I sense magic, and I can use an action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic. I can learn the School of Magic, and it cannot penetrate pretty much anything.
Okay. And you learn the School of Magic. Okay. When you scan the branch, the light from your eye shuts down, and you don't detect any magical presence from the stick.
This is just a stick.
Precisely my observation as well. Darrow, I'm afraid,
It's not
as
just
he
a
said,
stick.
It's just a stick.
No, it's not. I got the stick off of a magic tree And then after I got the stick, I could do magic. Now, I'm not very good at doing the magic, as the Warforged knows, but I got magic from the stick. It's a magic stick.
I'm sorry. That is not my name.
What is your freaking name?
My name is K1.
K1.
Okay.
Lore drop.
Did you,
Did you just remember that?
No.
We say at the same time.
That was actually pretty awesome.
I did not remember. You found something inside my back, and I decided to choose, just like you taught me. So my name is K1.
I like it.
Very well, K1.
And as I was saying, that stick is just a piece of wood.
You're wrong.
I'm gonna
We're
look up what time of day is it?
Late afternoon. Sun's just beginning to come down.
I'm going to start walking with this stick and kind of tease Darrow a little bit
Okay.
towards the road.
We talk
So-
about this on the road.
If I have your stick, will I cast magic? Will I be able to? Can you still cast magic?
Yes.
So you've taken the magic from the stick.
No. Maybe. I don't know.
That would make the most sense.
That's
If
why
you-
I gotta
if
find
it was
a magic
magical.
guy.
A magic guy.
Somebody who knows more about magic than K1 over here.
I'm sure
Everybody-
you'll find something in Erroldusk.
Everybody roll a perception check.
Okay.
As you hear a muffled yell from the keep.
13.
I need a bigger monitor. I've been getting screwed by the edges.
3.
At a 10.
I need a 90-inch monitor.
Right? Because it rolls and it hits the side and it's like, nope.
Yeah.
10.
6 for me.
Anybody got more than 12?
Yes, I got 13.
13. Gabriel, you hear a cry from the keep way off in the distance with your young ears. And you hear just very faintly someone go, "Captain, you're gonna want to see this."
It looks like our... I'm just gonna kind of start jogging towards the keep. Looks like our time here is not over yet.
I am going to hand the stick back to Darrow and go after Gabriel.
Yep, we follow.
Yep, I'm following.
Awesome. That was A+ D&D etiquette right there. Good job, guys.
I'm sure they'll be okay.
So, as you enter around, there's not really a sense of urgency. But as you get back to the entrance of the keep, both of these soldiers once again put their fists up to their chests in a salute towards you guys. One of them even kind of leans in as Marstone, you pass and goes, "That was insane. That was, you really beat the crap out of those two."
They did a number on me as well. You would do well to learn from them.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
If it's persuasion, charisma, it's been within an hour, so you still get advantage on it because.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I rocked a 20 on
Enhanced
that one.
ability
But
on you.
oh, good, because that one's a -1. Yeah. So 17 is the actual roll.
It's a -1, like you just choke on your own spit when you're talking and
You go to
can't even speak.
You go to open your mouth and a bug flies down your throat.
And then you shit.
I can just all I can think of is Kung Pao.
Yeah.
Okay. His eyes kind of go wide and his eyebrows go up as you say that, and he steadies himself and nods at you. As you guys enter in, you see that Clay is also not running, but jogging up the battlements. Rin comes in. And you see that these two soldiers that you just trained, Rith and James, they are on their way. They're kind of holding each other, staggering together. And they look up towards the wall as they're both walking back to the barracks together. One of them still kind of limping a little bit. Slowly.
Do we see Caleb running up the wall? That's his name. Or Clay. Sorry.
Clay?
No, I'm down here.
You see Clay, like I said, he's like you. He's kind of like fast walking, like jogging. He's not running.
Yeah, I'll make my way up the battlements.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay.
I suppose we'd follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's just gonna trail. Okay, cool. So, as you guys head up, you see that one of the soldiers is handing Clay what appears to be a small, handheld metal telescope of some kind. And Clay takes it up to his eye, goes out to the side of the tower, and looks into it. The other soldier kind of notices you guys coming up the battlements and says, "Oh." Puts his hand up to his chest. Thank you again for everything you've done.
It's our pleasure. Clay, is everything okay?
Without looking back at you, he pulls the telescope from his eye and he holds it out to his side and he just says, "Gonna want to see this." And he just holds it there to his side.
I extend out my hand.
Okay, you go up and take it?
Hmm?
All right. You put the telescope up to your eye, and he puts one hand on your shoulder and guides you to the east. You look through at the mist line, I suppose you would call it. The threshold that appears to be holding the mist wall back. And he guides you to a location. Roll a perception check with advantage.
Okay. That's good. Right now it's a 5. And now it's a 10.
A 10. All right, 10 is just good enough. You look out, and you see appears to be actually okay. You said a 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He actually, I have to retcon a little something. He actually messed up. He nudges you and turns you to the left, to the north instead. And you look out through the telescope, and 10 is good enough to see this. There appears to be a sinkhole of some kind near the wall. Maybe about 5-ish, 10-ish feet across. It looks like there is a small chasm or hole that's crumbling on this side of the wall. He just says, "What do you make of that? Should we be worried about that?"
Does it have the blackened color
What?
in the sinkhole? Like, is it, or does it just look like
You see a hole, like it's you don't see what's in it. It just looks like there's a part of the earth, the gray, sooty earth is caved in.
But it's still gray. There's no like swirling.
No,
energy?
it looks like a natural cave in, like a natural hole.
Well, if I had to take a guess, I'd say that's where Shannara is.
You sure about that? You mind passing the telescope back for a sec?
Yeah, I hand it back.
Okay, he takes it. And then as he takes it, he also says, "Oh, by the way, do you still have those stones I gave you?"
Oh, and I reach into my bag and pull it out.
Okay, he holds out his hand for it.
I hand it to him.
Yeah, he says, "Thank you." And you as well, Marstone, do you still have that stone I gave you?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Those are for the fort, and in the chaos of what had happened, I completely spaced it, but they do need to stay at the fort.
I pull it out of one of the pockets in my clothing here, and I look at it. Is it still gray, or is it colored again? Because when I went and used it last time, the color faded from it.
Correct. Was that technically still the same day as this day? I think so, right? Just the morning?
I don't think so. I think it was the day before, wasn't it?
Yeah, we
actually
it
was the day before, yeah.
It was right after the battle. Yeah.
As you hold it, there is a faint glow to it.
Okay. Then I think nothing of it. I just kind of shrug a little bit, and I'm going to toss it to him.
Okay. He catches it, and he says, "Actually, you're a man of warfare. Why don't you take a look?" And he tosses you the telescope.
Okay. Catch it, and I'll take a look.
Cool. Roll a perception check with advantage.
Oh. First one's a 17, second one's a 9.
All right, 17 is good. So, you look up at the ridgeline. You kind of scan. You know how warfare works a little bit more than the rest of these people, and you kind of scan the ridgeline. And first thing you look at is what they were talking about. You look to the north, and there is indeed a 7-foot-ish sinkhole that looks like the earth has collapsed a little bit, and there's a hole in the ground. No mist coming out of it,
Okay.
and it's on this side of the wall. You scan the ridgeline of the Mournland, and you look over towards where the device is placed, and you could still see and hear it faintly in the distance, crackling with energy and swirling, pushing as if fans blowing away the mist in either direction magically as it whirls and hums. With the 17, you notice footsteps leading up to the device. And then lots more prints. Hard to make out from this distance, but there are lots more prints around the device, and you're not sure specifically what they are. You also look. 17 is good enough for 3 clues, so 17. Also, in between where the device is placed and the sinkhole, you see right here another set of prints. Let's see if I can just do this real quick. Another set of footprints. And he calls back out to you and just says, "What do you make of it?"
Awful lot of traffic for the Mournland. I'm not sure about the sinkhole. It doesn't look like anything.
What do you mean by traffic?
Here, look here. And I'll hand him back the eyepiece, and I'll point to the tracks that lead up to the device, surrounding it, and then the tracks somewhere in the middle. Could I tell which direction those tracks were going?
For 17, yeah. They were towards
the Mournland? Oh.
Correct.
Yeah, look here.
Okay.
These ones must be Channara's. And I point to the set that's leading towards the device.
Correct.
And I think for a moment. It seems there's far more activity around the device than just her. I doubt she made all those.
Okay, he's gonna look over to where you're talking about, to the north of that.
Okay.
And as he does, he traces that new set of footsteps backwards to the river. And then you see him look up the coast on this side of the river. And you see his hand visibly start shaking a little bit. And he pulls the telescope from his face.
What? What is it?
You don't have to worry about that, Set. And he starts fighting back some tears. He gives the telescope back to the other soldier. He says, "As you were." And he walks away.
I ponder on that for a moment and kind of come to my own conclusions. And with a sort of grim expression on my face, I'm going to nod to the guards that are up there on the battlements, and I'm going to work my way down. And
yeah, the guard quickly pulls it up to his eye because Clay's gone and now he's curious, and he looks at it and then he pulls it from his face and he takes a deep breath and just looks down.
As I pass the other members of the party, I kind of indicate we should go.
Yep, I follow.
Same.
I just take a added pause to look at the mist. I just
Hold on, let me give you a cinematic. Let me give you something.
just like 5-second. Just close my eyes, put my hand over the silver flame, say a silent prayer, and make my way off.
All right. As you begin to step down, the guard pulls his head up and says to you, specifically Gabriel says, "Do you think he's still alive?"
Is who?
Footsteps or hails. Not sure if you met him. It's
possible. It's always possible.
Do you think you could stay alive in there?
And I look over at the Warforged. Others have.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he'll come back.
There's no wrong in hoping.
Right, sorry. I'm sure you're busy. And he goes out to the edge of the tower, puts the telescope back up to his eye, and just keeps watching the ridgeline.
And make my way to the rest of the group.
All right, where are you guys headed?
Right out the front gate.
All right.
All right. Does everyone have everything they need before we leave?
Believe so. I kind of, again, just snug up the pack. A few days' rations, should we need them.
Well, it's about a 2-day journey. We could
Perhaps we'll find some more on the road then.
probably cut it in half if we venture off the road, but it's up to everyone.
How are your navigational skills?
Oh, I just followed the road here.
Then I would say it's perhaps unwise to suggest another path.
We do have a man of the land, and I look over to Darrow.
I'm like looking at the bug Zyxx gave me. I'm just like watching him like roll around on my
The
hand.
path it is, then.
What?
We should get going. We've spent much of the day here. We've done all we can. Their futures are up to them now. And I'm going to start walking. I'm just going to follow the road.
Yep.
One of the guards says, "Are you leaving?"
Yes.
There's a little bit of like you could tell they both want to express their desire for you to stay, but they quickly gather themselves. Thanks for everything. And they hold their fists up to their chest. And as you turn back to them, and you see them salute you, you see two other members on the battlements above. Both slam the bottoms of their spears into the ground a couple times. And you look up and you see them putting their fists up to their chests as well, looking down upon you.
Return the gesture to all of them.
Bam.
I give a nod of approval to him.
I just stare.
Then I turn
with
and leave,
that,
so it
yeah.
doesn't be awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you all leave along the road, away from the wall of the Mournland, and away from Arithon Keep, as Clay and the rest of the 1,000-yard stare await their reinforcements and their next set of orders. As you follow the road north. Now, Thrain is a very green country. There's lots of rolling hills, patches of forest here and there, some elevation changes, but for the most part, it's wide open, blue skies, farmlands. As you follow this road, knowing that you'll have a good 48 hours of travel ahead of you, the sun begins to set 3 hours or so into your trip. What would you guys like to do now that the sun is beginning to set?
Have we come across any signs of civilization in the wilderness? Anything like hovels or anything like that?
Go ahead and make a perception check as you're
Roger.
traveling.
Niner.
A 9er. You get the impression that if there are, they're probably not that civilized, or they're in hiding. There's not a lot. You also get the feeling that people don't really like to live this close to the Mournland anymore. And so there are times to, in fact, one of the stranger things that you come across in your first evening that no one needs to make a perception check for is you come across what appears to be a very, very rundown old building along the side of the road. And as you get closer, you see that there is a gigantic stone or metal pole that looks like it had cracked and fallen over. And where it had fallen towards the road, towards you guys, leading up to this building, you see a smashed stone sign that was on the top of this pole that looks vaguely like stone dragon parts, about 5 feet wide. And there's an abandoned building. But it's only quite visible from the starlight at this point, if you don't have any light source, torch, or dark vision.
I'm gonna turn on my eyes and illuminate the bath.
I'm sorry, illuminate the bath?
The bath.
The path, okay. Very romantic.
There's a bath.
Boys.
Is there a bath in the building? Heck yeah.
To emit smells.
I will.
Alright.
I'll also touch his head and cast light on it.
Okay.
Wow. Wow, okay. All right. So, at this point, we're going to do something that is very common in D&D games, but not quite as common or talked about in D&D streams, and that is we are going to do a quick BRB as I get the next scene ready because they are doing something that I did not necessarily 100% plan for. So,
What do you mean? Joining all together in a bath?
Yep, going into a bath. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do this. You guys can continue to talk as I switch the scenes.
Well, this seems like a good place to stop.
Oh my god, yeah, guys, you can role play the walk.
Of course we are.
Okay, go for it.
Anything
born
better
for
than
this.
the sky over our head. Shelter is good.
And I kind of pull the cloak in as it begins to get chilly at night.
Hopefully, there's no inhabitants in there.
Yeah. We'll have to clear it out, make sure that there's no one staking their claim. Well, don't all jump at once.
And I start walking towards the entrance to the place, kind of carefully looking around.
Why
I
did
will
we
go
let
too.
Why did we let Jam go away if he had the power to stop the wall?
Because we
Free
didn't have
will.
enough money to keep him.
Nor did we have the strength.
Are you sure about that?
Well, holding a large creature against his will takes a tremendous amount of physical strength, but it also
Holding
requires...
anyone against their will is not morally correct either.
Right. It requires
Unless you pay them.
poor morality.
As I
am-
look over.
A very gray set of morals.
I am not familiar with the term, but if he had the power to stop the wall, he should have been stopped, and he should help.
Ideally, yes, he would have stayed. Things may have turned out different in the future, but his morals are likely fairly gray as well.
What?
Morals. I keep using this word.
Yes.
Are you
please
familiar with the
explain.
concept of good and evil?
No.
Gabriel, perhaps you could educate him while I investigate the sign here.
The easiest way to explain it is evil wants to destroy, cause mayhem, chaos, hurt innocent people, and good tries to combat that. Does that make sense?
What we fought under the earth was not innocent people, was it?
No, not at all.
So
Someone
we
felt very wrong
destroyed
about that.
them, but we are not evil by doing so.
No. And in some cases, even good men can be driven to hard things. And you may have to defend yourself. That doesn't make you evil either. This is far more complicated to explain than I thought.
You have killed many people, Marstone. Are you evil?
I kind of ponder on that for a second.
No,
Depends on your
I don't
reasoning.
think so.
So
If you're killing to protect yourself or others,
Or your home.
what if you are killing innocent people by doing so?
This is where we enter the gray zone. Of morality.
Gray morality. I understand now.
not all situations need to start or end in violence either. It's
Yes.
your actions that you take determines whether it's a good action or an evil one.
I think I've made some kind of sense of this.
Can I roll perhaps investigation or something to determine perhaps what this building was from the crumbled sign?
Yeah, go for it. Is K1 with you, or are you going alone?
We're right at the side of the road where the thing kind of toppled. You said there was a crumbled sign there?
There is, yeah. There's a huge stone pole
Okay.
that looks like something had smashed.
All right, so
I would
while-
say if he goes in with no light source, I would follow him around and help him out.
Yeah, I've been
Sure.
kind of playing around with the stones while Gabriel
Sure, make an investigation check.
defines good and evil for him. That's a 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Very strange. Large pole. Building is definitely not a house. Doesn't look residential. It appears that there's a beaten path going up to the front double doors of this abandoned building.
Mhm.
It's been vandalized a lot. Lots of stuff is broken in. And then there's this huge stone pole. Looks like it probably stood like 50 to 70 feet up in the air, and it's just been crumbled and smashed over. And you look down at the pieces of this stone statue. Basically, it looks like it was fixed to the top of this pole, and the only thing you can make out is there's appears to be like a stone wing in the pieces.
A little crushed, but I think this was some tavern or inn, perhaps, some time ago.
I'm gonna start getting closer to the building itself, and I'm gonna try to see if there was any recent movement. Try to check if the dust on the ground inside has been moved, or if I see any signs of recent activity.
Sure. Still got your head still glowing?
Yes, sir. Both eyes.
Alrighty. Well, you have light on your head as
And
well.
your head.
Yeah, your whole head.
Yep.
is
You are
like-
your
Entire head.
light bulb right now.
Yep.
Alrighty. Okay. I wish there was a way. There might even be a way. I'm just not that good at Roll20. There might even be a way to,
Anchor the light to me.
yeah, like basically
Yeah.
tell the program that you have light coming off of your body.
Yeah.
Do
Or
you have
maybe.
a premium subscription
Maybe.
for Roll20?
Maybe. I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't, it's probably not. But
So, yeah, there's a set of double doors at the front of this building. There's windows everywhere that you see these two pieces. There's a window there, but they've all been smashed in.
I'm just
There-
gonna walk in.
There's drawings and graffiti all over the building as well. And you make an investigation check because you said you were looking for traffic.
Sure thing. That's a 19.
So, there is indeed a beaten path from the main road to the front.
Mm-hmm.
However, okay.
oh, it's on a different layer.
Yeah.
Didn't like that.
Oh, I see what's happened here.
Come on, 20. Come on.
we
There
go.
you go.
So, but the beaten down path and footsteps look like they were from traffic, a lot of traffic, but just a really long time ago. Nothing looks recent.
Okay. Is there, in the set of double doors, is there like any little window in the door itself?
There is there's one of the doors in the double doors, one of the hinges has been knocked off, so the door's kind of crooked, and there is indeed like a hole punched
Okay.
into one of the doors.
I'm gonna tilt my head and put one of my eyes through the gap and see what I see inside.
Awesome. So, make a perception check, and it'll be a straight roll because it's a hole that you're looking through, so you're obscured, but you do have
It's
light.
a 6.
A 6?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As soon as you poke your head in the lights through the front, the first thing that you hear is the sound of pitter-patter and really high-pitched noises, like
Okay. I'm gonna pull my head back and I'm gonna just walk towards the group, shining my light on the ground so I don't blind them. Although my head is fucking like shining.
Yeah, it's like a torch.
There appear to be no, at least humanoid signs of life inside, but I did hear something squeaking around.
Squeaking.
Can you recreate the sound?
No.
Can you try?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
No.
Please?
I thought we were friends.
Can we just go inside?
Yes, let's explore. I grow tired.
I just want to hear the Warforged squeak.
I lead them back to the door then.
okay. All right.
I'm gonna ready my halberd in just a ready position in case something charges out or anything like that.
Alrighty.
It's being cautious, I guess.
Is the door broken enough for me to just pull it open? Push it open, not pull it open?
So the left door is intact. The right door, the top hinge is broken and it's bent diagonally in front of
Okay.
the other door, so you'd have to like pull it away. It's pretty busted up.
Okay, I'll try to pull it away.
Okay. So, grab the door, and it immediately just starts to like crack, and it makes this like as you drag it along the ground. The diagonal point of the door at the bottom just kind of drags along the ground, but you pull it open enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first question, K1.
Yes.
Does your Warforged perceive smells?
Yes, he does.
Okay. So as you pull the door open and it scrapes the bottom, a smell comes out that smells like a mildewy old basement. It also smells like if you've ever been to a dump, and there's like this smell as you open the door, and you can just smell the piles of massive dumps of trash like wafting through the air, and it's musty. It kicks up dirt and dust. It fills. You guys even in the back kind of catch this, which is odd because it smells like a basement, but it's clearly like a one floor building. And it is nasty.
Perhaps this is not the place to stay.
Yeah, I'd rather sleep outside.
I think I would as well. But it may be
Feels like
worth
home
having
to
a look
me.
around. What?
Yeah, the farm.
You sleep
Feels
in
like
a bog?
musty old barn.
I thought you lived in the woods.
No, I grew up on a farm, Marstone. Don't you even know me?
I
Oh,
suppose
wow.
I never took the time to ask.
That's true. Yeah, Zyxx is really the only one who does. I miss him. Just give me a minute. Okay, I'm good.
Suppose
I
that we should
awkwardly
probably
put a
clear
hand
it
in
out.
your
I put my hand on his hand. I just nod.
Yes, Gabriel, we should take a look at least.
I'm gonna push through the smell and go inside.
I'm gonna stick right behind Gabriel.
As you enter in, you can see what once was a business of some sort, perhaps an inn, a bar, restaurant. It's hard to tell, but there's a long hall that leads into several rooms that look like they are have bars smashed in, shelves everywhere also smashed in. And why don't you go ahead and make a perception check as you walk in. Same with you, Darrow.
Ooh, 21.
Nice.
That's
20.
on the wall. Help me.
Very nice. So, Gabriel, you look to the right, and in between some of the graffiti, which the graffiti to the right of you, you can see it's just this crude, oily black paint on the wooden walls, and it just says, Sirens go home. And behind that text, you see an etch into the wooden wall that reads, Gold Dragon Inn. Darrow, you look off to the right immediately as you enter instinctively, and you see a small little room. And over here, you see there's a bunch of different kinds of furniture that have been ripped up, discolored, dusty. But with your roll, 20, you notice that the furniture in here, there's 2 couches and a chair. The 2 couches appear to be sunken in a little bit from use, and not so dusty on the tops of the couches.
I lean around the corner, and I go, Gabe, come here, take a look at this.
What is it?
I'm gonna walk in at this point to shine the
Yep.
light inside the place.
Okay.
And it like ruins my dark vision. It's so bright. Look at these 2 couches. You notice anything about them?
Do I notice anything strange about him?
You notice that they are the actual part where you would sit or lay down on the couch is not quite as dusty, and they're very sunken in, due to lots of use.
Well, if I had to guess, this couch has seen better days. Perhaps
Looks
somebody
like
lived here.
Yeah, it looks like they've been used recently.
Well, even more that we shouldn't probably stay here.
Maybe. Let's keep looking around.
Well, before somebody slices our throat or something, I'm gonna call out, "Hello, anyone here?"
No response.
We're just travelers from the road, looking for a place to stay. We mean you no harm if you're in here.
I like the idea of this, so regardless of if anybody's in here or not, make a preemptive persuasion check
Okay.
for the future so I can hold it.
4.
Awesome.
It
Marstone, what are
seems
you
like
doing?
No one's here.
I'm just kind of hanging out outside as they all are in there, and I'm kind of keeping watch at the door.
Sure.
Doing
You
my-
kind of see the light from the eyes of the Warforged briefly, like it's like the flashlight that comes out the windows from time to time, and it's just kind of like lighting up the bottom of this building.
Yeah,
Is the graffiti? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna do my absolute best as a human without dark vision to scan for any approaching anything.
Awesome. Why don't you make me a preemptive perception check then
Raj.
for your watch?
Let's do a quick see and get out of here.
Niner.
The smell is terrible.
Niner.
Gotcha.
I just rolled the second one to get the other low number out.
Is the okay? Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay, just a quick one. Is the graffiti inside forming sentences, words, or?
Yep.
Ooh, okay. Can I read them?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Roger that.
Because the graffiti, it looks pretty old. Like, it looks like there's multiple, like, they're graffitiing over graffiti a bunch of times. Like, it's a mess, so it's hard to really make out what coherent sentences there are. But for 13, you look to the right and you see the one that was to the right of Gabriel, the ones that say Sirens Go Home. Behind it, you see layered underneath, actually in the building itself, etched in is Gold Dragon Inn. And then to the left of you on this hall, you see another set of graffiti on top of like 6 other sentences, but the one that sticks out to you in like a deep red-ish paint, almost looks like blood, says, Warforged are not people.
Okay.
Oh, I see that too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You see K1 staring at it, and you look
I'm gonna go up to K1
because he has like the blinding lights, right? So like,
Yeah.
you kind of is hard to not look at whatever he's looking at.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm gonna go up to K1. I'm gonna put my arm around him. I'm gonna say, "Don't you listen to them, buddy. You're just as real as anybody else here."
Yes, I can see that, and I can feel that. Because you are touching my arm, I am real, but What does this mean?
It's an insult to Warforged.
Why?
Because they think you lesser than other creatures because you're made of metal.
We are better. We do not need to eat. We do not need to breathe.
You're more efficient, that's for sure.
Okay.
Okay. Do I see or can I see any like old torches or like furnace or anything like that? Furnace.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. That's 2. Gosh.
You're looking around, and between the cobwebs, the smell of stale air, dried paint, chemical paint, food, rotting food. You look around at all the smashed wooden furniture, and the only thing you see is there. How far are you going? Are you just staying in place right here?
I'll move to the center of the building if I can.
Okay. Yeah. This appears to be like a long hall that serves as kind of like an entryway or a foyer that branches out into different areas of this building. But everything in here is smashed at the back. The only thing that you see is over on the far wall. There appears to be a painting that's still slightly hanging by one peg at the top left, and it's just hanging diagonally downwards with dust all over it. The only thing that really stands out to be of anything of color besides the graffiti.
Can I go touch the painting?
You sure may. You have dark vision, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I just want to try to look behind it, see if there's anything weird about it.
Sure. Take the painting off the wall?
Yeah.
Awesome. Would anybody else like to do anything while he's doing that?
I'm gonna take 10 minutes pacing inside the place. I'm gonna cast Scan Magic again, but as a ritual, so it's gonna take 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way back outside, get fresh air.
Yeah, for you, it's especially gross. You're, because you're younger, you grew up in a nice, clean town, and buildings like this do not go in them, stay away.
Mm-hmm.
Darrow, you take the painting off of the wall, and you do notice something behind it. Inlet inset into the wooden planks in the wall. You take the painting off, and it reveals a box that is built into the wall's beams itself. And in the front of the box, there is a small looking metal locking mechanism, a little tiny hole.
Okay,
There's dust all over it.
I turn to the Warforged and I just say, K1. Can you hear me from there?
He's pacing back and forth, and it looks like he's concentrating on something.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. So you can, he can choose to break his, concentration on his spell. It's not like he can't hear you.
I just see him like zoned out, so I'll
Yeah.
turn around and dust the box off, and I can't pick it up, right? It's like built.
No, it's like built into the wall itself, and it has a little metal circular, like a badge built into the front of it. It has a small little keyhole in the front.
Is there anything I can turn or twist on it? Anything that moves?
Just the hole. You put your fingers up to the circular metal part of the locking mechanism, and it's built into it. It's solid.
Okay. I don't know if I can do this or not, but I want to take the beetle and see if he can go into the hole and tell me anything.
I love this. Okay, first thing I want you to do.
Okay.
Make a nature check.
Okay.
Are you a first-time player of D&D? Because it doesn't look like.
9.
A 9? Okay. You look around, and it's not hard to feel it when you focus on it, but you feel the beetle kind of crawling on the back of your neck, and you reach your finger out, and it crawls onto your finger. And you pull it out in front of you, and you look at it, and what do you say?
I say, all right, little buddy, I need you to go do some investigating for me. And I stick my finger up to the hole.
Okay. The beetle does one little 360 spin on your finger and then goes into the hole. What do you do? 5 seconds go by, 10 seconds go by.
Look, I'm like looking into the hole to see if I can see him.
It's so small. It's like literally the size of the beetle. Like a little tiny thing.
I'm like,
the first thing that flashes in your mind is Zyxx going, "Don't lose it."
No.
Let's cut to outside. Gabriel and Marstone. Gabriel, you come out kind of like waving your hand in front of your face to get the smell away.
A rather rank establishment, eh?
Yeah, totally.
What are the others doing?
I don't know. They're poking around in there, but I think somebody actually lives in there.
It's disgusting.
That was a well-worn couch that didn't have signs of dust.
So recent.
That's what it appears to be, anyway.
And perhaps I'll keep a slightly better guard up.
Anything
Who
on the
knows what
road?
they may want. Nothing that I've seen, no.
I'm gonna kind of not like go in, but you know what? I'll cast thaumaturgy on myself and boom my voice.
Okay.
Are we done in there yet?
From a small pack of trees, maybe about a quarter of a mile away from you, off the beaten path, you hear a bunch of caw, 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 a bunch of birds like flutter off and away as everybody hears this big booming voice.
Have 10 minutes gone by?
Yep.
Okay, so did I detect any magic inside this place that is not like behind?
What's the
one?
radius?
It's a 30-feet radius, but
30.
it can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, or a thin sheet of lead, not lead.
Okay. You do not detect anything magical, no.
Okay. Do I notice that Darrow is staring at a wall very closely?
Yep. You do.
All right.
You see him like pacing a little bit too.
Okay. I'm gonna get close to him since I didn't detect anything. This place has no magic, just like your stick.
He's a savage.
Oh!
Are we done in here?
I like nervously turn around on him and I go, I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. I need your eyes over here. And I look in the hole and I'm like whispering, Beetle, can you please come out? Hurry.
Make another
Zyxx
nature check.
inside there. Also,
No! Wait. 3? Wait.
2 plus 1, baby. Your beetle doesn't come out.
it's Zyxx trapped in that box.
It's not Zyxx. It's a beetle he gave me, but he told me not to lose it. And then I told it to go into the box because I thought maybe it could tell us something about the box. But now I think he's stuck in the box.
I can try to open the box.
Please. I will love you forever.
I am unfamiliar with the term.
Oh, just whatever. Just open the box.
This is gold. Okay, so I'm gonna. You see how he extends his right hand, and then the finger actually retracts halfway, and then a little tool extends from one of the fingers, and then he does the same thing with the other hand, and he uses both index fingers to try to open this box.
Okay, and is this tool set?
This is Thieves' Tools. Yeah, it is.
Thieves' Tools.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. This is awesome. This is the first time that I'm going to be revealing how locks are going to work in the campaign.
Ooh, yes.
So this is going to be much different than just rolling a d20. So this is, as you look inside and use your fingers, now kind of transformed a little bit to form the Thieves' Tools, you see that there are, looks like there are 2 locking mechanisms inside this lock. Roll 2 d6s and tell me the numbers.
So, a 3 and a 1.
You reach your first finger in and seems like it clicks. Reach your other finger in. The metal grinds. And you pull your finger out and you look in. And it looks like something went wrong with the second mechanism. It looks like it's a little messed up. It's jammed up.
Okay.
You can you make an intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence check. Oh, that's a 12.
12. Okay, that's good enough. You, looking at this, using your logic and your knowledge of you being a Warforged as well, you reckon that this seems like it could be fixable and perhaps even unlockable, but it would probably take you a little bit more time to work on. Be more of a complicated thing rather than just trying to unlock it quickly.
So this object, this is an object that it's kind of broken, right? Like something went wrong.
Only you can see it.
Yes.
While you were working on it. Yeah, it looked like there were 2 little locking mechanisms inside the lock. It looks like you got the first one okay, and the second one looks like it got jammed when you shoved your finger in there. Okay,
so I'm actually going to tilt my head to the side. I'm going to put my palm up, and the finger's going to retract again, and it's going to form my finger again. And I'm going to put my little device that I have on my palm, from which I shoot energy blasts against the keyhole. And
I'm like looking really nervous right now.
I don't know what he's going to do either.
I'm going to look to the side.
Don't kill a bug.
I'm going to look to the side towards Darrow. And I'm going to say, is the beetle your friend too?
Yes. Very close friends. Known each other for years.
Okay. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to cast Mending. And I'm going to try to fix what I just broke.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
I don't even know if...
So...
There's not even a roll for mending, right?
No, the spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, two halves of a broken key, a leaking wineskin. As long as the break or tear is no longer than a foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage.
Yep. So he holds his hand up to the lock hole, and it's weird. There's no movement from his hand, but from within the lock, you hear like the sound of metal twisting.
Okay, I'm gonna retract my hand again and peek and see if I fixed the mistake.
Yeah.
On the
You
second
look
part.
in and it looks like it's bent back into the shape it needs to be. So go ahead and roll one more d6.
Okay, awesome. Let's see if we can get it now. Come on. Oh, it's a 3 again.
It unlocks.
Ooh. So it was embedded in the wall, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay. I'll open it.
So you look for something to pull on and you realize it's built into the wall.
Yeah, okay.
But luckily you had put your hand on it to mend it and you noticed it gives a little. So you
Okay.
put your hand back on it and you push it. And it presses briefly and then flips out like a mailbox opening. And set inside this small hole in the wall, there's a red cloth. And sitting upon this red cloth, you see a ring. And sitting upon this ring, you see a beetle.
Yay.
And the beetle looks terrified. It's up on its hind legs, and it's hiding behind the top part of the ring.
So I'm gonna hug the Warforged, and then look in, and then I don't even care about the ring. I just like put my hand out so the beetle can climb back on it, and I'm like, "Come on, little buddy."
And yeah, the beetle climbs back on to your finger, and then climbs up your arm quickly, and climbs into the back of your shirt.
K1, I owe you big time. And Zyxx, do not tell him that this happened.
What's going on in
Okay.
there?
Nothing.
I'm gonna grab the cloth and the ring, one in each hand, as if they are equally important, and I'm gonna just walk outside like this.
I'll
Okay.
follow him.
All right, you guys come outside.
We found these things inside the wall.
What is it? A handkerchief?
Yes, apparently, and also a ring.
Huh.
Might be for the person who's been staying here. Put it back.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking back.
Or perhaps this has been here for much longer than the people sleeping on the couches.
It's not ours.
It was
It's not.
behind a wall, and it was locked. These people do not seem to have the key. They wouldn't have left a ring inside a wall, would they?
Well, I can't answer that.
What we do know is it's not ours.
It's mine. I almost lost
Mm.
Zyxx's beetle for that stupid ring. And I'm keeping it. If that's okay with you guys.
I don't like that idea.
I don't
I
mind.
know, Gabe, but we worked really hard for it.
You stole property.
A man almost died for that ring.
It's still thievery.
Is
But
it thievery
Yes, go ahead.
if it doesn't belong to anybody?
We don't know that.
That's a good point.
We don't know that the people that slept on those couches are any different than us, travelers.
What if they were thieves and they stole it from somebody, and now
That's
it's our
on
job
them.
to find out whose it is and give it back to them. We have a mission now, Gabe. A mission for the good of the flame.
I'm gonna insight check him to see if he is wanting to go on a mission or if he just wants to pocket this ring.
Sure.
As they are doing that, I'm gonna quickly.
Good luck.
take a
I
look.
have a 23.
Roll deception.
All right. Oh gosh. It's a 7.
Nah, you see exactly right through him. You know exactly what's up.
Put the ring back and then let's find somewhere else to be.
Everyone, roll a perception check.
Oh boy. Persuasion. That's an 18.
20.
Geez, all of you got really good. But this time, for this check, K1 and Marstone.
Mm-hmm.
Something's climbing out of a window at the back of the building.
Hey! Hey! And I'm going to take off after it.
Which direction?
You said climbing out the window at the back of the building?
Yep, sounds like it.
Going to the back of the building.
I'm gonna pocket. I'm
Right
gonna
or
pocket.
left?
Nearest way. I don't want to take a long route. I want to get there fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So you
follow
start.
him.
All right.
Yep.
Everyone just starts bolting it.
Pocket both things, the
What's wrong?
handkerchief and the
What's
ring.
going on? Why are we running?
Oh god.
Why are you running? So. Here, let's make this fun. Marstone, make a dex check, just like a generic dex check.
Roger. Oh, that's not a roll? Okay. Well, it's a +0, so I'm just going to roll a d20. 17. Woo!
17. Okay. You guys come barreling around the corner. And as you round the corner, you swear in the dark of night, you see like a heel of a boot or a shoe as it goes around the other corner and starts running.
Without really ceasing too much motion, I turn and I signal.
Also, there is a floodlight behind you with the Warforged shining.
Yep.
Light, yeah.
I signal to Gabriel and Darrow to go around the front. And as I'm pointing in the opposite direction that I'm heading, I say, go, go!
I nod and just take off.
And I'm going to continue
back up and then
sprinting.
turn the right. Yeah.
Gabe's like, what?
Okay. So, 2 here, 2 here. Alrighty.
How long does light last?
An infinite amount of time, pretty much.
1 hour.
That's
One
that's
1
for
hour,
now.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a pretty long time.
It's a cantrip though, so
Yeah.
So, get rid of this. This is getting too annoying. So, yeah, you just hear this running. And Darrow, you're the first to see around the corner of the building. The first thing you see is medium long white hair, humanoid figure. Face, white like the moon in the night sky, with blotches of black. Not unlike the graffiti inside, wearing very, very ragged clothing as he sees you two round the corner and skids in the dirt, almost slipping, and then puts both of his hands up as he sees the other two with the light around this other corner. And he stands he just stands in place and is in a panic, looking to and fro at both of your groups.
I put my hands like up, like in front of me. Just wait. We don't mean any harm.
And I go, get on the ground.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Can I pull my gun while he's doing? No, I'm just joking.
I too.
T-1000 walking.
Man. So. Gosh darn it.
Team Marstone's gonna start getting closer, I guess. So we're
Yeah.
gonna start shining the light on him
Yep.
to see a little bit more detail.
Yep. And as you get closer and shine the light onto him. Darn it.
It feels like an episode of Cops. It's like
I wasn't having pain.
You see him turn and hold up a white hand towards the light in front of his face as if to block it, as if it's blinding him.
A1, your eyes.
Yes, I have eyes.
The mouth.
Okay. I'm gonna drop the spell then. My head is still shining, but my eyes are no longer shining.
Who are you?
He says, I'm just taking shelter here. He's just really like looking back and forth between your group. This looks absolutely terrified. He has very raggedy, ripped up green pants, dark brown boots, a white shirt that is now just stained all sorts of browns and grays. And like I said, he's got medium long white hair, white skin, blotches of black, and very tired looking, sunken in eyes that have blotches of black around the eyelids as well.
Are you an innocent person?
Yes. I am.
Good.
Oh, really? Because it kind of looks like you have some graffiti paint on your face.
He's a changeling, Darrow. It's
Oh.
not paint, it's just his face.
My apologies, sir.
It's fine.
I kind of relax my general demeanor.
I look at him, and to kind of try to like ease his fear, I go, hey, I can change too. And then I change into my shifter form.
So not gonna do it.
So, you go into your shifter form. And why don't you go ahead and make a just generic charisma check?
Oh, gosh. 8.
So, at first, it catches his attention and sort of relaxes him as you hear him utter the words, "Hush, Shifter." And then he turns and sees Gabriel. And his eyes gloss over. He immediately drops to his knees. And he says, No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't kill me too. Please.
What have you done to...
I'll leave Thrain. I'll go away. Just don't kill me, please. Like, specifically at Gabriel, too. Like, has his hands up.
I look at Gabe and I'm like, what? What is he talking about?
I don't know.
You told me good does not kill innocent people. Why is he so afraid of you if he is innocent?
I can't answer that.
You killed my friend. You killed my friend. We were just trying to start a new life. We didn't want this.
What is he talking about, Gabriel?
I don't know.
Is he getting nervous? Is Gabriel getting nervous?
Not really. He's more confused.
Okay.
If you're going to kill me, just do it.
I have no intention on killing you.
Will you let me leave?
I would hope that if this is your home, that you would stay.
It's not my home. It's just... I traveled from North Thrain, trying to leave. Didn't want to die.
Would Marstone have much knowledge on why he is so fearful of Gabriel?
Make a history check.
I'm good at that. 18.
18's pretty damn good. Couple things caught your ear. Northern Thrain.
Mm-hmm.
You have read about and know that there are a few different sects of the Silver Flame, and some of them are much less accepting of less pure races.
So this is the pure flame.
Or is it something different?
You can make that assumption if you'd like.
Okay.
I believe he's confusing you with another sect. Gabriel is not a member of the Pure Flame, if that's your concern.
Make a persuasion check for me. He's having conflict in his brain right now. I'm trying to figure out whether he's going to take the bait on this one or not.
Oof. 5.
Oh, okay. He says, you all, Silver Flame, are all the same. Listen, some of us in this world are not born perfect. I thought I was like you too. 22 years. It was a miracle I even found another one just like me. We're just going to leave and find a place where would be accepted. Kill her. You could see, like, a tear's rolling down one of his eyes, and it's black, and it leaves like a black stain on his white face momentarily.
I'm gonna get closer a little bit, and I'm gonna extend my hand towards him. He's on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Just offering to try to get him up as I walk. I am K1. What is your name? Names are very important.
This'll have to do for now. Apologies.
Yeah, we're totally fine, man. We can use theater of the mind for this.
Hold on a sec. Just trying to find something. Just so that you have a reference. Surely I've got something that will do. Hey, this'll do. That'll have to do for now. Okay, so you approach.
Mm-hmm.
And he flinches a little bit at you coming near him. But he turns and says, You're not going to kill me, are you?
If you are innocent, we do not kill innocent. Or at least, they don't.
You are traveling with a shifter. He slowly starts to get up off of his knees and brush himself off.
He doesn't take the hand?
No. No,
Okay.
He doesn't take your hand, no.
Did you write some of the graffiti inside?
No. Why on earth would I write such vile things, such hateful, discriminatory things?
Okay.
Do you not see? Do you not see me? Marstone, if you have knowledge of changelings, you would know that it's also very odd to see one in its natural form. Like, that's not what they do.
Right.
Is he showing any religious like symbols or?
He looks homeless. He looks terrible. The soles of the boots are all coming apart and pants are all ripped up. Looks like he's been wearing the same shirt forever.
So, go ahead.
What
Goss.
god do you follow?
What? Is this a test? Are you going to
Curiosity.
make a persuasion check with disadvantage, sir.
All right. Persuasion. 8. It would have been a dirty 20.
He takes a deep breath, gulps, says, Candace and I decided to follow the path of the traveler.
I thought that much.
It's leading us south to Zalagro. That's where I'm trying to go. I've heard there's more like me there. But it's just a feeling I have.
Why are you not camouflaged?
He starts to gulp a few more times, holding back tears, and he says, I don't know. I only found out who I was a year ago. He looks down at his white hands, devoid of color.
Man, I wish I had like a set of clothes to give him or something.
So I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, listen, man, don't you think if Gabe was one of those, and I look at Marstone, like, try to get him to tell me what the religion is that kills everybody.
The Silver Flame.
Yeah, Silver Flame.
I am part of the Silver Flame.
I mean, the bad Silver Flame, and I'll look at Marstone again.
Oh, the Pure Flame.
The Pure Flame.
There's no
That he would have
bad
killed.
Silver Flame.
He would have killed me already. I mean, look at me. I'm a freak. And I like growl at him.
He goes, "That's true, yes. It doesn't make much sense."
Abe's awesome. He's a great guy. A little religious, but we deal with it.
Very well.
I think we're going to set up camp nearby. If anything happens, you can come find us.
Is it all right if I stay inside another night?
This property is not mine. I don't dictate that.
He nods.
So we are not going to kill him.
No, we are
He
not
looks
going
back
to.
at
No.
the Warforged.
No.
Sorry. Absolutely not.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking towards the group then to rejoin.
As we were running around, Marstone noticed a set-in section on what would that be? The south side of the building there.
Mm-hmm.
Did that seem covered-ish? Is it full of brush and crud? Is it clear?
It is indeed covered. There's an awning of some sort of canvasy tarp that overstretches maybe about 7 feet up to the roof. And it's covering an area that looks like it still has like some barrels and crates, but a lot of them have been moved out, revealing sort of like those yellow, matted down, stained grass areas where something had been sitting on it for too long.
Sure.
And yeah, there is some space in there.
And I'm going to look to the sky as well. Is it clear, starry, or do I sense some kind of weather?
No, there's a couple clouds here and there, but it's a quiet night.
I don't believe we'll be facing any rain, but perhaps the covering will keep the morning dew off of our bedrolls.
I would prefer to go further down the road.
Darrow?
Well, Marstone, one thing I want to do really quick is cast Druidcraft and create a harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at our location for the next 24 hours.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
What's the name of this?
Druidcraft. It's a
Druidcraft,
cantrip, I think.
okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And so it's going to manifest. It's a golden orb for clear skies, a cloud for rain, falling snowflakes for snow, and so on. And
Okay.
yeah. And I tell the guys, I'm like, I kind of want to sleep in the building. It's fine for me.
For fun, Darrow, roll me a d20.
Okay.
Guys, hurricane type weather is coming in the next 10 minutes.
15.
15. Okay. So, explain to me how visually. By the way, are you still in your shifter form?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How long does it last?
It lasts.
It's like an hour?
I think it was 1 minute, isn't it?
1 minute or until
Okay.
I
Yeah,
die.
yeah.
It's gone.
Okay.
So, describe to me how Druidcraft shows you the weather. Like, you can kind of make it up however you want.
Okay. What is the weather right now? It's just clear, right?
There's a couple clouds here and there, but mostly clear. Some stars.
Okay. So I start kind of rubbing my hands together, and then I pull them apart, and as I do, this like tiny little moon orb shows up, and there's like some clouds passing in front of it, and it just stays just right in the vicinity. Doesn't give off too much light. It's
Right.
kind of faint, but
The moon and the clouds start to spin faster, as if speeding up time. And as it spins faster, the clouds grow bigger and bigger until they cover the moon. And there's a... as you see bolts of lightning within your Druidcraft.
guys, it's never done this before.
And then from... only you can hear this, Darrow, but from this mote of energy, this moon that you created too, now that it's encased in the clouds, you just hear this soft shh of rain within. And then you see the sun start to come out again as the clouds dissipate really quickly, and then it starts to slow back down into a sun. And then it disappears.
So did time just pass quickly?
Just inside your spell.
Okay.
You got the next 24 hours.
Yeah,
condensed
24
into
hours.
that spell.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I look over at Marstone and I say, well, it's definitely going to storm, and then it's going to clear up, and then it's going to be sunny.
That's
in
kind
that
of a
order.
cool fucking cantrip.
That's really cool.
That's kind of cool.
It's strong.
Uh-huh.
So we may want to get some good shelter. And by good shelter, I mean the building right next to us.
The one with the roof all caved in.
And the smells.
Good enough for me.
But you can stay here. I don't want to.
It's late. You won't have time to build a shelter sufficient to stay out of the rain. I don't think we have a choice.
It's getting to be probably like 11 p.m.-ish, judging by the placement of the moon.
Is the changeling out of earshot?
You cannot see it.
Marstone, a minute, please. I kind of walk towards the road.
I'll follow.
The changeling said he was a follower of the Traveler. Are you
Yes.
familiar with him?
Several of them are, yes. It's kind of a changeling deity of sorts. Very few outside of their race really even know what it is.
It's not evil per se, an evil following, but it is part of the Dark Six. They believe
Yes.
in deception, cunning, innovations, and I don't know if we can entirely trust him. As malnutritioned and frightened as he is, he might try to do something. And I don't want to have to react.
I understand your concern, especially given your position in the Silver Flame and his apparent fear. But I think with our numbers alone, he is not likely to try anything. If it makes you feel more comfortable, I can sit up for a while and keep an eye on him.
I think we should take shifts tonight.
It'll be just like old times.
And I kind of turn and walk back
I do as well. Yep.
Just look at Darrow. We can stay.
Yes. And I slapped the Warforged on the back.
So I will kind of sit up in like that main foyer area. I'll try and pull some of the better looking furniture together to now that I'm in here for the first time. Also, I'm kind of getting an idea of the layout.
Mm-hmm.
The painting was like all the way back in that main hall, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's got a pretty commanding look at all of the doorways.
Yeah, and you even see like the safe is open still.
Okay.
And there's a painting on the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk with one of the nicer chairs back to that area. I'm gonna close the safe, hang the painting, and set the chair up against it, and just kind of sit and keep an eye on things. I'm gonna take out my pipe, my tobacco pouch, and I'm gonna pull out the last couple pinches. And I'm gonna pack it up, put away the empty pouch, and light it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go stand right next to him.
Make a perception check as you walk by.
Roger that. It's a 15.
15. You notice as you're walking by, the changeling is currently behind the bar, and you hear him like fiddling around with some things behind the bar.
Okay.
I'll walk in as well and go to the room that's off to the right by
The one with the two
Marstone.
beaten couches in it.
No, the one that's past that.
Okay. As you go into this room, you look and you see that there is a suspense.
Drumroll.
There is a very large fireplace in the corner.
Grids.
And there is also going to be a there's going to be a large blue rug. Oh, never mind. Yeah. A large blue rug. It's stained. Yeah, grids suck, don't they? It's like, what do I do with this?
I think you can turn it off in free place.
Really?
Yeah,
Easily?
I'm gonna find out. For
Less
you.
than 3 steps? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna log in and find out.
For now, it's just gonna kind of go there.
You could try doing like Control or Alt to move it as well.
Oh, that's an interesting.
I think.
Alt worked. Thank you.
Yep. First thing I'm gonna do is light the fireplace if there's anything that is in there to light.
Looks like it was used a really long time ago. But there's nothing in there. It's empty.
Oh, can I go?
A little bit
Can I
sick.
go in the same room as Gabe?
You walk in and see the group.
I look
I'm
over
kneeling
it.
down by the fireplace. Yeah.
I go, you need some help, buddy?
Yeah, I think we need some firewood.
No, we don't, because I have Druidcraft, and I cast Druidcraft on the fireplace and light it on fire.
Let's see.
Ah! I put my hand up as
Sorry, I'm still getting used to these spells.
All right, so you can instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or a campfire. This is none of
doesn't
those
count.
things.
Never mind.
So you say that and you try, and you hold out your stick. And because I've got Druidcraft, and it's just quiet. It is like in the background you just hear like the slight puffing of Marstone's pipe and something being rustled about in the bar area, and you and Gabriel's kind of lock eyes.
And I look at Gabriel, and I look down at the stick, and I'm like, please don't do this to me. And I try to cast it again.
I go, oh, okay. And I grab the stick. We can use this.
No, it's a real magic stick, please. Gabe, please. It's a real magic stick. I need somebody who knows about magic to look at this.
Look.
Please don't burn my magic stick.
Just bear with me a second.
No.
Okay? You don't need symbols or look at the stick or objects to help you cast magic. Comes within. And I put my hand to my chest and kind of feel for my necklace, which I gave up. They're just symbols. That's all. The real magic is always within you.
Listen, just let me keep the stick long enough to get it looked at. Please?
We're gonna need more of these to light this, and I'm using the stick to point.
I'm getting nervous. What if I go get you more firewood?
Then I'll give you back your stick.
You have a deal. So I'm gonna go outside and get some firewood.
I have a question. Can I roam around the building trying to locate the source of the smell? Because so far we haven't seen like something particularly smelly.
Sure.
All right.
Make an investigation check.
Alrighty. Come on. That's a 10.
A 10?
Yep.
Something smelly is definitely coming from the bar room.
All right. I'm gonna roam around over there.
Quickly for the firewood,
Yes.
Darrow, why don't you make a survival check for me?
Okay. Oh, I'm proficient in that.
Here you are.
Woo, 22.
22. So you round about and you see the same kind of group of trees that the birds flew out of earlier, and then you head over there. And for that roll too, I mean, you go through all the trees, jump on a couple of them, hike up, find a bunch of branches that appear to be like really, really good size. Collect a big handful of them, as many as you can kind of fit in your arms, and you come back. As you do that, you go in and you see the changeling is currently bent over behind the bar and is rummaging around. You hear like glass, the sound of glass kind of clanging against each other. Are you still emanating light?
If I can't see anything, which I shouldn't be able to see, I'm just going to turn the lights on again on my eyes.
All right. So he kind of looks up, sensing the light,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a bottle in his hand and looks at you and just says, "Huh. I didn't know that you would be joining me."
Yes, it appears to be going to rain soon, so we decided to take shelter, even though it is... I don't need shelter, it doesn't matter. This smells really bad.
Yes, the food stores are all rotten. And he looks over to the side, and there's a couple barrels near the bar, and they're not sealed. And the bulk of the smell appears to be coming from the barrels.
Okay. I see. There's a window, right, in this room.
Yes, but it's smashed open.
It is big enough for the barrel to go through.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start just grabbing, like dragging the barrels and throwing them out of the window.
Okay, make a athletics check.
Yes, sir. And that's gonna be a natural 1
Okay.
for a 3 total.
So as you go to grab it, you realize it's really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like feels like 100 pounds worth of food, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do that, he goes, wait. It's not sealed. I already tried. And you look down and you see, like, as you're trying to pick it up, the top of the barrel is like unseated. So like even if you had thrown it out the side of the window, it probably would have just like dumped it out into a pile.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns back to you and says, "But do you have any food, extra food? You've already done enough for me to not kill me, but I am very hungry."
I don't have any food because I do not eat any food, but I think that my friends have some food for you.
Really?
Maybe.
I can trade this. And he holds up a bottle.
Okay. Marstone, this man needs food, and he has a bottle.
A bottle of what?
I just shrug.
He slowly he shyly leans out into the hall, and he's so tired. Every step that he walks closer, he just is more and more hunched over, and inside of his hand, he's clutching a long glass bottle. Make an intelligence check. Marstone. You might know about stuff like this. It's possible. You seem like a smoking and a drinking man, so. Okay.
6.
It's got a label on it that is green in color, but has a lot of dust over it. It's hard to tell what it is, but it's clearly a bottle of spirit of some sort. At this point, I need everybody to make perception checks. Especially Darrow, who you're probably humming, whistling to yourself. You got a bunch of firewood. You're happy. You're coming on back. Everybody make perception checks.
6.
11.
4. Jeez.
4. I'm trying to figure out what the hell this bottle is.
We're all like so distracted.
Yeah, Marstone, your eyes kind of like widen as you see the bottle. He gets closer with it and he says, If I drink this, it might kill me. I'm so malnourished. I'm so hungry. If you have anything at all, you could have it. And he dusts it off, brings it over to you, Marstone. And on the front, it is a bottle of Ondarian Aura, which you've not heard of, but you put 2 and 2 together. It's a spirit from Ondare. You're not sure what kind of spirit it is, but the label on it looks pretty fancy, albeit old.
I place the long stem of my pipe kind of on the horns of the ram on my shoulder, the ram skull on my shoulder, and it braces against the forehead a little bit and holds it pretty firmly. And I'm going to reach to my pack, and I'll open up the top, and I'll kind of fish through like some of the bedroll items, and I'll grab a couple of paper packets out of one of the inside pockets, and I'll hand it over to him.
Say, this is 3 days of traditional Carnathian rations. It's rather good stuff.
And you give it to him?
Mhm.
He takes them, and he looks up at you and looks down at the rations. You see his hands start to shake a little bit, and
Now,
as if he had 3 packets of like instant oatmeal, he tears them all open and just starts dumping them into his mouth immediately.
slow down, slow down.
Just like carnivorously, like an animal.
I just let him do his thing.
Yeah, he like starts to turn slightly as if a little bit ashamed and doesn't want you to see it, but he can't stop. He's so hungry.
3 full days of rations.
Gabriel, as you're waiting for the firewood to come back, you hear at the front, Darrow. You saw Darrow coming. He walked by, got a bunch of firewood.
Before he was doing that, and probably
Okay.
while these guys are doing this, I'm checking out the rug, and I'm going to kind of, stomp my foot a little bit on the ground to see if I hear like hollowness.
Sure. You go around the rug and you step a couple times. Dead center of the rug sounds different.
I'll move the rug.
You move the rug. And there is indeed a false pull upwards door. I'm gonna assume you like roll up the rug, put it off to the side here. Yeah.
I'm going to cast light on my hammer,
Okay.
and then I'll lift up. Like, there's no lock on it or anything, right?
You look down and there is indeed a lock on the handle. It looks I don't actually know if Gabriel saw the lock on the safe.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's a small circular steel lock.
Marstone,
Ah,
I found something.
I get up from the chair and enter the room. And as I'm walking past the changeling, I say,
pace yourself, or you'll be sick, and it'll all be on the floor.
He just thank you. And he just takes them into the other room.
Okay.
Let's see. To the book. All right, there we go. Are you holding the spirit in your hand, or did you stow it away?
No, I probably set it down on the ground next to the chair, and I've
right.
retrieved the pipe from the ram skull.
Alrighty.
Seems to be a cellar.
Under a rug. Seems odd.
Most people hide stuff.
But a whole cellar, that seems strange.
I would feel more comfortable if we investigated it.
Well, have you tried to open it?
It appears to be locked. I'm not
I
good
can
at picking locks.
I can help that.
Oh, I step
Go
out of the
ahead.
way.
I'm gonna walk in the room and I'm gonna extend my fingers. Some of them are gonna retract and form into tools that I'm gonna use to try to open this.
You look
2D.
closely.
Uh-huh.
This appears to be a little bit more complicated of a lock.
Ooh,
Roll for me 3d6.
fancy.
Tell me the numbers.
Do you care about the order?
Nope.
6, 2, and 6.
Okay. First one is a little bit difficult. You poke your fingers around a little bit and finally... And then, seemingly, this lock looks... now that you're on it, this lock looks like it's made by the same locksmith as the one on the wall. And so, now that you're familiar with it, the next two locks inside opens.
I'm gonna take a step back because they said they were going to investigate, and I'm just gonna wave towards the door.
As you're
Uh-oh.
working on the locks, Gabriel, Marstone, and Darrow make another perception check.
Roger.
9.
17.
14.
I'm eyeing the hallway towards where the changeling is.
Okay. For this roll, at this point, Darrow, you come back in with the firewood. Gabriel, you're eyeing the hall. Marstone, there's a hole where the window once was, just over where K1 is. He's bent down looking at the lock, and just over him is the busted-in window looking outside. You pull the pipe away from your face and you squint your eyes. There's a group of people coming along the road. 3, 4. Hard to make out.
Does K1 have his lights active again?
I would assume so.
Yes.
They'd be pointed down, though,
Okay.
at the lock.
I'm going to not notify him, but I'm going to kind of nudge Gabriel and point down the road, like with the tip of the pipe. And I'm going to open up the cellar door if he's done with the lock.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have K1 look down into this doorway.
What do you see down there?
I'll look down.
And then I'm going to return my attention to the window.
What is?
As you open up the door, the trap door, another smell hits you, and it smells like fire, but there's no light. It's a single wooden ladder going straight down about 15 feet until it hits a stone floor. But there's a smell as if a fire had just been put out that kind of wafts up out of the trap door. Darrow, at this point, you come in with the firewood.
Okay. I go, Gabe, I got. And then I look down at the trap door in the cellar, and I say, "What's that?"
We found it.
What's down there?
We don't know yet. We haven't been.
Well, Can I have my magic stick back?
Here. I hand it off to him.
Do I see anything when I light downstairs?
You just see a ladder that goes down about 15 feet to a stone floor.
Okay. I'm going to
very
start
cramped.
going down.
All right, you start heading down.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, is anybody still looking out the window?
Yep.
Okay. You see coming down the road. Make another perception check. See how much you see before they get closer.
18.
Also, as you stare, gonna go ahead and do this real quick. As you start to hear as rain starts to pitter patter. Down the road, as the rain just begins to settle down, you see them start to speed up on the road a little bit. You see two Warforged
Oh.
leading a taller woman, red armor, long white hair, and it appears to be a halfling. And beside them, a large floating piece of wood that appears to be a wooden crate or box that is as long as a human being would be laying down. You look closer. The two Warforged are bulkier in their upper bodies. Much different than K1. These are infantry units. In this mixed band of humanoids hurriedly walking along the road in your direction beside a floating coffin. Approach the dilapidated building that you now call home for this evening.
I am going to...
And that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Session 40,000. Will they reach 10 feet away from this place? We'll find out next session.
Well, you've had a day of travel, you know. You've had a day of travel.
I was kind of sad we left the fort, man.
Well, about a half a day of travel, I would
was getting
say.
used to it.
Yeah, about a half a day.
About a half a day. You've done the afternoon and the evening of travel.
Mm-hmm.
But let's skedaddle on over to the... Nope, that's not what I want. I want this. This is what I want. I want me again. Hello, everybody. All right, players head on up to post-game.
Roger.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
So, here is the... just for you watching, spoiler for what's happening right now. Will the group stand out to meet this unlikely looking group of strangers? Where did they come from? Where are they going? Will they be nice? Will they be hostile? Will they be seeking shelter in the very place that they're seeking shelter? And as some of them climb down the ladder into the basement of a long abandoned Gold Dragon Inn, they'll find themselves stuck in between stone and a couple pieces of magical stone. In a moment, in the next episode, where timelines collide and a once played campaign becomes even more real. Thank you guys for coming. Episode 5, Answers. This will go up very soon on the Mighty Dungeon YouTube channel, live channel. Hope to see you guys again for a stream. D&D's every Friday at 5 p.m. PST. And I'll probably see you guys over the weekend for another stream to do some other things. Had some other plans. Appreciate you guys coming to stop by. And I think we're going to be having another player swap next week. I believe instead of Zyxx, we're going to be losing Darrow. So how will Zyxx play back in to the story? We're going to find out next week. I'm excited. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Take deep breaths, smile, stay mighty. Goodbye. 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 There we go.